Hello everyone, Tweedledumdy here, back for another episode of our deck crafting guides. And we'll be continuing with the Nilfgaard faction. Only this time, we'll be looking into epic cards. So, while I was making the tier list for this video, I noticed that the Nilfgaard epic cards list is full of cards that present themselves with value and effects that just can't be quantified by points. Effects like putting cards on top of your deck or your opponent's, and discarding or playing cards from your opponent's deck. These effects, while definitely useful, make it hard to assess just how much value you are getting from the card until after you've already played it. And that's why making this list has definitely been quite the challenge. Now, before we proceed, Nilfgaard has some very good base set epic cards you can already get for free, so make sure to check those out first. These cards are Spheres, Ox, and Seret. Moving on, we'll be looking into epic cards, or cards that require 200 scraps to be crafted, and the cards I will be mentioning aren't ranked in any particular order, so feel free to craft the cards you think will be most useful for you if you don't have enough scraps to craft them all. Once again, this video contains my personal opinions, and we will be looking into not only the card's power level in the current meta, but also its versatility in being able to be added into various types of decks. With that out of the way, let's get started. Our first card is War Council, an 8-provision special card with a tactic tag that lets you look at the top 3 cards from your deck and play one of them. It's basically the tactical decision leader ability distilled into an epic card, so it should be no surprise why this card is on top of our list. A thinning card that gives you information on next cards you'll draw, not to mention that it's also a tactic, is one very powerful card indeed. Next is Peter, a 6-provision 3-power unit that lets you reset any unit. The reset effect can be quite useful not just for your opponent's units, but potentially to heal your own units in some situations. You can definitely get some big swings with this card, and he's also very versatile to be added into almost any type of deck. Our third card is Roderick, a 6-provision 2-power spying unit that lets you look at 2 random gold cards from your deck and then play one of them. The fact that you're getting a guaranteed gold card when you play him should more than make up for the 2 points you give your opponent, and in some situations, having Roderick on your opponent's side of the board may even be useful for you. Roderick is a flexible thinning card that can get you that one card you really need, and that's what gets him on this list. Next up is Artorius Vigo, an 8-provision 2-power unit with Assimilate that creates a 1-power bronze unit from your starting deck. Vigo, with his Assimilate tag, is essentially a 3-power unit the moment you play him, and the versatility of his effect is what makes him so good. You can create a spying unit, an Imperial Brigade to summon all copies of it to the board, or just any bronze card with effects to help you in any situation. Though Vigo might work best on Assimilate decks, his versatility makes him a strong card no matter what deck you put him in. Finally, we have the Dashbog Runestone, a 5-provision special card that lets you create and play a bronze Nilfgaard faction card. I have recommended faction runestones as honorable mentions in my previous videos, but Nilfgaard's Assimilate mechanic makes this particular runestone just shine a bit more than its counterparts. Similar to Vigo, while this card works best in Assimilate decks, its flexibility should prove valuable no matter what kind of Nilfgaard deck you might choose to play. And that's it. Our top 5 Nilfgaard epic cards that I recommend beginners to craft first. Honorable mentions include Palmerin, Cynthia, Albric, and Joaquin. As I've mentioned earlier, some cards in this list, particularly those in our honorable mentions, have effects that can't simply be quantified by how many points they can give you. However, all the cards I've mentioned are pretty versatile and can easily be slotted into many kinds of Nilfgaard decks. So, what do you guys think? Do you have other Nilfgaard epic cards that you think should have made the list? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please leave a like if you like this video, and if you want to see more, consider clicking on the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye!